let's talk about better gas mileage and how to increase the miles per gallon in your car. Coming right up. Welcome back to the Simple Driver channel. My name is Calvin, and if you're like me, you probably don't drive a Tesla, which means that you're still pumping gas in your vehicle. And if that's the case, in this video, I'm gonna actually help you save some money by getting more out of that tank of gas and keeping you from running up to the gas station as many times as you are during a month's time, which means that you can save money on gas and probably stick to a budget or even just use that money and on something else that you like myself, which is a good bottle of wine. So if you like something like that, this is the video for you. I'm actually giving you these 10 things. I'm gonna actually give you a bonus as well. I have my Evernote here because you guys know I love my Evernote. If you've ever been on my channel, it keeps me from doing a bunch of rambling. I can get right to my point. So let's start with number one. Number one is you need to have a clean air filter. And the reason is that is going to save you a potential of 39 cents per gallon. And here's why. Your car burns around 1,100 cubic feet of air for every gallon of gas that it burns. That means your car will burn more gas when it has less free-flowing air coming through the engine bay. Now, a clean air filter can improve your gas mileage by as much as 10%. And believe me when I tell you, it's not hard to replace an air filter. You can just go and grab one. You can do it on a DIY basis. If you don't know how to do that, look it up on YouTube. It's fairly simple, but it's not very hard. So let's go ahead and get to number two. Number two is checking your gas cap. Believe it or not, checking your gas cap is going to save you anywhere between 2 and 15 cents per gallon. So if you were to go to your car right now and you were to open the gas door and take the cap off, you'll notice that there is a piece of rubber inside that cap. And over time, that piece of rubber can get brittle, it can break, it can develop cracks inside of it. And Calvin, what does that do? That is actually allowing more oxygen, or I should say more, I should just say it shouldn't even be, it's allowing oxygen, period, to get inside of your gas tank, which obviously your engine is pulling gas from that tank in order to, do all its combustion and all that stuff. But with it having more air going through into that engine, is going to burn more fuel. A broken or missing gas cap can actually reduce your gas mileage in your car. But in addition to that, it can cause environmental issues, and it's one of the number one issues regarding that check engine light that's illuminated in your vehicle. So if you have that check engine light right now and it's illuminated and it's all orangey in your vehicle, it's probably because the seal, that rubber seal on your gas cap, is broken or cracked or brittle or something like that, and is allowing way too much oxygen inside of the tank. Number three is make sure you get a front end alignment. Getting a front end alignment can actually save you 28 cents per gallon. So when you're driving over potholes in your city and uneven road and bumps and stuff like that, it's actually knocking your alignment of your car out of whack. And what that's doing is it's wearing down your tires unevenly, obviously, but it is also causing one tire to get more torque or more traction on one side, and the other side is not. And the engine is recognizing that, because that's what it does, is causing the engine to rev up higher or give lower revs or whatever. And it's doing that at an uneven, it's constantly battling and working harder, which is costing you more in gas mileage. Having an uneven alignment in your vehicle can reduce your gas mileage by as much as 10%. And in addition to that, it can wear out your tires prematurely. So if you're going down the street and you notice that your car is pulling a little bit to the right or pulling a little bit to the left, then you need to make sure that you go in and get a front end alignment, because it can save you some money. Number four, properly inflate your tires. Sources suggest, check this out, that over 25% of all vehicles on the road have improperly inflated tires. And I've personally been in family members and friends' cars and checked the PSI, even the ones that have the fancy cars and have the digital gauge that they never look at because they never actually hit the tachometer to page over to that menu to see the PSI, but they're usually underinflated by 7.5 to 10 pounds or PSI. You can get 5 miles per gallon more if you properly inflate your tires. And I've even talked to some family members and friends to find out that they're actually trying to inflate their cars based off of the number that they see on the outside wall of the tire, which is good. That's a good place to start. But to be honest with you, you can be way off, because if you check your owner's manual, the engineers have specified a different PSI most of the time than what's on the outside wall of the tires. Remember, these engineers have they've designed the engine to, there's a perfect balance between the engine and what they say that your PSI should be in the tires to make sure that you get the most efficient gas mileage out of your vehicle. Don't just guess. Please don't ignore it, and don't just use just go by the number on the outside wall of the tires. You should definitely check your owner's manual, because you can be off by 5 to 10 PSI, and that's going to cost you 5 miles per gallon. All right, number 5 is make sure you select the right motor oil for your vehicle. Okay, that can save you a good 5 to 10 cents per gallon. And so if you're changing your oil when you go take it to get changed, or if you're going to do it yourself, if you're a DIYer, make sure you're putting in the thinnest viscosity motor oil that the vehicle's manufacturer recommends, because that can save you, fuel consumption by 1 to 2% there. But if you don't know what you're doing, if you're just taking your vehicle in and you're getting it changed at Jiffy Lube or something like that, just go by the manufacturer's recommendations, because if you put a heavier weight oil inside of your engine, it's going to cause it to work harder. It's going to cause it to, create friction, which is, heat, which is obviously going to cause your engine to burn more gas. But in addition to that, it can also wear out, parts inside of your engine prematurely. And that's going to be a whole nother ball game for you. And you're not going to be worried about gas mileage. You're going to be worried about tearing, fixing stuff in your engine. Number 6 is getting a basic tune-up. That's going to actually help you save 11 cents per gallon. We're talking about basic stuff like getting your spark plugs changed or changing your air filter out. Doing something like that will cost you less than $50. It'll take around about an hour and a half. It's also going to help your engine burn the gas that it's using. It's going to help it burn it more efficiently. Okay, so spend that $50, get your vehicle tuned up. It's going to save you some money. Number 7 is reduce the junk in your trunk, because any engineer worth his weight or her weight in gold is going to tell you that by reducing the weight and the payload in your vehicle, you're going to be able to get a better gas, a better fuel economy in your vehicle. Now, I have a note here that I made that did you know that carrying an extra 100 pounds of cargo can actually increase your vehicle's energy consumption by up to 1 to 2%. So if you want to save some money here, specifically additional 6 cents per gallon, go ahead and clean that trunk out, get stuff out of your back seat, stop being messy. Number 8 is reduce your engine idling. Potential savings here: for every 2 minutes that you don't sit idling, you're saving 2 cents per gallon. Okay, one of the best ways to save money, that if you're going to be sitting somewhere for longer than 2 or 3 minutes, just shut your engine off. Is going to save you some gas. I even made a note here that idling your car or truck gets 0 miles per gallon. Okay, now here's a good tip. You don't have to warm your car up before you drive it. That is a waste of gas. Number 9 is a big one, and that is stop resting your left foot on the brake pedal. And I know what you're saying. You're like, Calvin, you got to be kidding me. There's people who actually drive their car and rest their foot on the brake. Yes, instead of putting it on the actual rest pedal, they put it on the brake, and that's costing you 99 cents per gallon. Did you know that when you do that, not only does it prematurely wear out your brakes, but it can reduce your fuel consumption by as much as 35%. So take your foot off that brake, put it on the floor where it belongs, or put it on the actual dead pedal so that you can save some money. All right, so number 10, you need to stop speeding around town. You need to stop speeding to where you have to constantly hit the brakes and then speed back up and go and speed back up and just, really just, going fast on the highway. Now, I'm not saying that you need to drive at a snail's pace, but here's what I am saying. You have a potential savings of 20 cents per gallon when you just drive the speed limit. So I have some notes here. So say you're driving 65 miles per hour instead of 70, you can cut your vehicle's fuel consumption by an estimated 7%. Cars vary which speeds have the most efficiency, right? Because there's different technologies going on in there. Four cylinders with turbos, inline 6 cylinders, V6s and stuff like that. But none have a top efficiency speed greater than 60 miles per hour. So if you want to save an extra 20 cents per gallon, you probably want to rock around 60 miles per hour because that's going to actually allow you to save fuel consumption. This is the bonus tip, which is driving smoother. Understand this. I'm not talking about leaning back in your chair or your car and, rolling like this. I'm talking about driving smoother, meaning you're not constantly slamming on the brakes or you're not constantly slamming on the gas. I know some of you want to see what your car does from 0 to 60, and some of you have vehicles that actually have launch mode inside of it, and that stuff is fun. And I get it. You want to hit the curves at the apex. You want to get on the brake, and as it straightens out, you want to get on that gas and slam it out and eat that straightaway up. That's all fun, but understand this. It's costing you 54 cents per gallon when you do that. So if you want to save that money, you got to get rid of the Breaking Bad episodes and you got to stop jackrabbiting off the line. All right, so that's it. That's how you increase the gas mileage in your car. That's how you stay on budget. That's how you put more money in your pocket. That's how you reduce the trips that you're taking to the gas station. My name is Calvin. I'm the Simple Driver. Peace.